So let's go with the topic eyes. Here you can see the depiction of the structure of eyes. Light enters the eye through a curved front surface which is called as cornea. So this is the region. Which one is the curved one? It passes through the pupil. So this one is pupil, which is the center hole in the iris. The size of the pupil can change under the control of muscles. If we see, the light is further focused by the eye lens on the retina. So this one is the eye lens where you can able to see. The retina is considered to be the film of nerve fibers covering the curved black surface of the eye. And also you can see here retina. So this one, retina contains rods and cones which used to sense light intensity and colors respectively, and thereby it transmits the electrical signals via the optic nerve to the brain, which finally processes this information. So this is how it works. If you see in this eye, the shape which is called as curvature, and therefore the focal length of the lens can be modified somewhat by the ciliary muscles. For example, if you consider when the muscle is relaxed, the focal length is about 2.5 cm and the objects at infinity are in sharp focus on the retina. So here is a question and we have to delve up it. So how the eye processes light? The first thing is light enters into the eye. So this one is the rays of light. So after this, if you see here, light gets focused, filtered and then sent to the retina. Now you can see here, light is received by the retina and then it is going to be converted to the neurological signals which is to be sent to the brain via the optic nerve. So this one is the optic nerve. In general, when the object is brought closer to the eye in order to maintain the same image length distance which is about 2.5 cm, then the focal length of the eye lens becomes shorter by the action of ciliary muscles. So this is a real-time depiction of the accommodation of eye. So this property of eye is called as accommodation. So where you can able to see the eye is capturing an image which is a tree. It is going to be captured and the captured image is sent to the brain through this optic nerve, where you can able to see the inverse, that is the upside down of an image. If the object is too close to the eye, sometimes the lens cannot curve enough to focus the image on the retina and the image is going to be blurred. So you can see this is how it will be appearing. So this image is blurred. The closest distance for which the lens can focus light on the retina is called the least distance of the distinct vision, or else we can call it as the near point. So this region is considered as a blind spot. The standard value for normal vision is taken as 25 cm, which is the often near point, and it has been given by a symbol denoted as capital D. So this one, which you can able to see over here. That is the least distance of distinct vision. So this distance increases with age. The reason is that because of the decreasing effectiveness of the ciliary muscle and due to the loss of flexibility of the lens. The near point may be as close as about 7 to 8 cm in a child 10 years of age, and also it may increase to as much as 200 cm at 60 years of age. Thus, we can say that our eyes are considered to be the marvelous organ that have the capability to interpret the incoming electromagnetic waves as images through a complex process. This condition, that is the defect of eye, is considered as a condition over here. So this condition is called presbyopia. It is corrected by using a converging lens for reading. So you can see here how the normal vision is and how the vision will be changed off if we are using the presbyopia. So this eyes is considered to be our greatest assets, and we must take care of it properly and we need to protect them off. So this is how the marvelous organ is working. So this is the detailed description and this part has been specified over here. So this region is iris, and this one is cornea, this one is pupil, and this one is lens, this one is conjunctiva, this one is vitreous body, and this one you can see here, this one is macula, this one is the optic nerve, this one is retina, this is choroid, and this one is the sclera region. So you can see here, as of now, light enters the eye through the lens and is focused on the retina. So this one is lens and this one you can see here retina. After this you can see a cataract, a clouding of the lens prevents light from being focused properly. So let's imagine the world without a pair of functional eyes. Yet many amongst us bravely face this challenge by effectively overcoming their limitations to lead a normal life. They deserve our appreciation for their courage and conviction. So this is how the eye used to read the text. So this is about the myopia, which is the defect and correction of eye. In spite of all precautions and proactive actions, our eyes may develop some defects due to various reasons. We shall restrict our discussion to some common optical devices in order to find out the optical defects of the eye. So you can able to see the defected eye cause of myopia. So you can see here how the myopic eyes will be and how the normal eye will be viewing the images and other things. So you can see here how the normal lens is. and this one is a lens which is clouded by cataract. You can see the difference very clearly over here. And this is how the normal muscular will be, and this one is muscular degeneration. You can see it very clearly. For example, if you consider the light from a distant object arriving at the eye lens may get converged at a point in front of the retina. So this is the region. So this defect of eye is said to be called as nearsightedness or else called as myopia. Myopia. This means that the eye is producing too much convergence in the incident beam. To compensate this, we need to interpose a concave lens between the eye and the object, with the diverging effect desired to get the image focused on the retina. So by doing this, we can eradicate and compensate this kind of problems. Similarly, if the eye lens focuses the incoming light at a point behind the retina, a convergent lens is needed to compensate for the defect in this vision. So this defect is called as farsightedness or else hypermetropia. So you can see here, over here it has been corrected. So this one is farsightedness which has been corrected over here. Apart from this, another common defect of vision is called as astigmatism. This occurs when the cornea is not spherical in shape. For example, the cornea could have larger curvature in the vertical plane than in the horizontal plane or vice versa. So if this is happening, then it will be defined as astigmatism. If a person with such a defect in eye lens looks at a wire mesh or a grid of lines focusing in either the vertical or horizontal plane, may not be as sharp as in the other plane. So you can see here, this is the original image. So the image is going to be observed and the image has been formed will be in the shape. This can be corrected by having a lens which is cylindrical in shape. By keeping this lens, the image will be viewed properly. This astigmatism results in lines in one direction being well focused, while those in a perpendicular direction may appear distorted. Astigmatism can be corrected by using a cylindrical lens. Which one is this one? Having a desired radius of curvature with an approximately directed axis. This defect can occur only along with myopia or hypermetropia.